Welcome back to Terminal Vengeance, where I cover everything Terminalist, including news, breakdowns, theories, and more. This video will have spoilers for the Terminalist book. That is a must-read before the show. I would highly recommend it. The book won't spoil the show because of differences in the story, unless you might have different preferences, so I'd get that as soon as possible. We just got a mind-blowing 2-minute teaser trailer to the Terminalist that has some insane details and reveals. I will play it first in case you haven't seen it, and then break it down. Let's get started.
Almost ready to begin, James.
Copy.
What happened?
They're all gone. Everybody's gone.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses.
Daddy!
12 SEALs lost and no one in command even issues a statement.
Nothing in this file adds up.
Who has the capability to alter our signals, change our records?
Evil minds that plot destruction.
Brother, that is God's hand kind of shit.
Sorcerer.
Headaches, paranoia, memory confusion.
Well, I'm not crazy.
You need somebody to help you prove it.
I know what it's like when war follows you home. I hope you'll be able to find peace knowing this mission is over.
Death and hatred to mankind.
You're not at war. You're at home. There's a difference.
Not anymore.
Poisoning everyone's mind.
I can't let you keep doing this. I think something happened to me on that op.
Poisoning everyone's mind.
It opens up with the same scene and sounds of the opening shot of the first look teaser, only this is a few seconds before. It looks like James Reese, played by Chris Pratt, has something for a radio in his ear. This means that he is working with someone else. On a boat, Ben Edwards, played by Taylor Kitsch, is doing work. Reese is also on this boat, just he is out of sight. In this picture from the boat scene, Reese is cleaning a 1911. Here Reese and two other men are firing their weapons. The location is somewhere in a tropical-looking forest. The weapons Reese and the man in the back are using are M4/AR platforms, decked out with only the best optics. The closest operator is using a shotgun, which looks like the Benelli M4 to me. I think he is Ben Edwards. His arm tattoo looks pretty similar and he has a man bun. This is very interesting because in the book, James pretty much just did all of the action himself. Reese is driving his Land Cruiser and is obviously in a hurry. This scene is in California. In a parking garage, Katie Burnick, played by Constance Wu, is shocked by something, but we don't know what that is. Here, Reese is beating someone up at a medical facility. He looks like a mad Wolverine. I really wonder who he is fighting because this is at a medical facility. Reese is standing on a hill when explosives go off. There is someone pointing a rifle at him that I don't know. The way he is standing makes me think that this might be a memory. In this shot, oh dang, that is a close shot of Chris Pratt's face. Here Reese is shooting his rifle in the rain. This is the same place as the one with 3 operators. In this scene, oh my goodness, that is scary. I don't know who this is, even though it is a close shot. I think that this is in the finale episode on Fisher's Island, because of the paintings on the wall. When Reese went to Fisher's Island, he had face paint on, so this is probably him. In the medical facility, Reese is getting his brain scanned, and I broke the scene down in a recent video. This is the same medical facility as the scene where he's punching someone. Reese's team walks onto a beach and into a tunnel system that the show will open in. When his team is in the tunnels, they start firing. Then an alarm goes off and the whole system erupts. It looks like the drug half erased his traumatic memories, but they keep coming back to him, only it seems real. Lauren Reese, played by Riley Keough, calls Reese on her phone, in bed. Lauren asks James what happened, and he says that his whole team is gone. As he says this, it shows flags of his fallen team being folded in a hanger. One interesting detail about this scene is that there isn't today's date on the wall. The date was just added to this picture to let us know that the teaser was coming. In this scene, Lorraine Hartley, played by Jean Triplehorn, is sitting at the head of a table with an admiral and general at her side. Lorraine Hartley was the Secretary of Defense and the one calling the shots for the drug and capstone capital. I think it is important to note that the admiral isn't the SEAL admiral. It appears that they are watching Reese's troop being killed because of the beach that the SEALs walked up on. At the funeral, 3 Navy officers took their covers off for prayer. The furthest is Commander Fox, played by LaMonica Garrett, which I made a video on. The officer in the middle is SEAL Rear Admiral Pillar, played by Nick Chinlund. In the book, he was Admiral Pilsner. The closest officer is the Admiral's Jag, played by Matthew Rauch. His name is Captain Leonard Howard. Then the flags are folded. When Reese comes home, Lauren and Lucy greet him. This looks like a flashback because Reese is wearing the same clothes as he is wearing at the bar. He probably went to drink after he found out that his family was dead. When Reese is drinking, Katie talks to him and points out the inconsistencies of everything that is happening. At the Admiral's office, the Admiral says that nothing in the file adds up. This kind of makes me wonder what side he is on. So this scene where Reese looks to his side looks to me like his interrogation. While Reese and Ben Edwards are driving, Reese asks who has the power to change the records. Then it shows a man standing in an office overlooking the city. I'm not sure, but I think this is Steve Horn. In this scene, a lot of government police cars are driving on a road with a normal-looking GMC in the middle. It is important to note that the FBI agents were using GMC cars. They might be escorting one of the Hartleys or their associates also. I think this is near San Diego. A bunch of security guards walk toward the area of a press conference. You can tell they are security contractors because of their body armor and pistols. They might be Capstone security. This conference is most likely about Reese. This man is holding a dog and it looks like he's in a hotel building. It isn't clear to me who this is, but it kind of looks like Sean Gunn, who is in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies with Chris Pratt as Kraglin. Ben Edwards comments on what Reese said, and it shows someone downloading files and then sorting them out. I think that it is Reese downloading files from maybe Josh Holder's laptop. Whoever is sorting these files has been there for a long time because you can see Chinese food, a Gatorade bottle, and some trash. In this scene, Reese puts both of his hands over his head. This is what people do when they are getting arrested, but I'm not sure if he will be. At the bar, Reese looks to his side where Boozer, played by Jared Shaw, is. Jared Shaw is actually responsible for this show happening and Chris Pratt getting the book before it was even released. This looks like he is imagining Boozer being next to him like he did his family. The bar that Reese is drinking at is a military-focused bar. You can see that because of the Navy, Marine Corps, and Air Force pennants. Reese is drinking Horse Soldier Bourbon. Horse Soldier Bourbon was founded by the first soldiers into Afghanistan after 9/11. They are former Green Berets and really great people. Reese and Katie talk about all of Reese's memory confusion, and she says that she will help him. The scene where Katie places all of her evidence on the wall is probably at the end of the season. You can't see much of what she put there, but you can see what looks like the location from the conference room. This scene is our first look at Liz Riley, played by Tyler Rushing. Here's another scene from Ben Edwards' boat. Lorraine Hartley is looking at something or someone and doesn't look so happy. I'm not too sure who this is in the background. Here Reese pounds his trident into a casket. After the funerals, Reese is being comforted by Lauren. I think he is also imagining her being there with him. Lorraine speaks again about war following Reese home. This is probably talking about Lauren and Lucy being dead. Reese is strumming his guitar at home next to Lauren and Lucy when his surroundings change and he's holding a rifle. Lorraine Hartley actually went to Reese's home to talk to him, which is pretty crazy because she's the SecDef. In the background, you can see the iconic "Don't Give Up the Ship" flag. Here Reese pounds another trident into the casket. This is because his whole team died and he has to do this for all of them. As Katie opens her garage door, she gets a visit by the FBI. The agents are Tony Leone, played by J.D. Pardell, Mac Wilson, played by Christina Vidal, and Nicole Deptula, played by Alexis Louder. An airplane takes off from the same place Liz Riley was. I would say that this person leaning up against the vehicle is Mr. Hastings, or more likely, the senator. Here Reese, Liz, the man that was leaning on a car, a woman and a girl, pray over a meal. It looks like they are on the top of a mountain. Reese and Ben put their things on a pretty rough hotel bed. Their things include vodka, gloves, a rope, a pistol, and I think some ecstasy. Then Reese takes the chambered round out of the pistol and catches it, just like any tactical guy. Reese removes his Winkler R&D full-size tomahawks from his office. The two hawks make Jack Carr's logo when they are hung up. We have seen another picture of Reese's office from Jack Carr. Reese hits a third trident into another casket. I assume that they will show short clips from each funeral. Reese talks on his phone in what looks to be a car. The way he talks sounds like he's talking to the enemy. Here's another look at the Chinatown ambush. This time we see Reese fire his weapon. It is nice to see that he's holding the firearm well, unlike most actors. I think they will be attacked while they are in their car instead of when they are walking out of a restaurant. The same FBI agents from earlier converge on a subject. This looks like the same location as the scene where Reese goes around the corner with the AR. Tony Leone says that he can't let Reese keep killing people. This means that they do have a run-in and things get messy. This scene shows Reese fire his Barnes triple shot out of the Eccles Legend into Marcus Boykin's head, which sends the Porsche tumbling. In the book, Marcus Boykin drove a Mercedes G550, better known as a G-Wagon. At a medical facility, Reese gets an attempt on his life. He narrowly escapes and then he beats that person up and makes the office pretty bloody. I could be wrong, and this might not be a medical facility. In Reese's office, he looks exhausted from all of the funerals. I didn't recognize this last time, but you can see one of the tomahawks. At a hotel room, Reese throws someone onto a bed. The person has saran wrap around their head to keep them alive while being tortured. In the book, this was Saul Agnon. It looks like Reese's troop barely made it out alive from the tunnels, but then they were probably blown up. This scene shows Reese being hugged by Lauren, but is probably a memory. Here, Reese screams out in agony. This is probably because his family was murdered. Here's a new shot of J.D. Hartley being killed. Somehow, somebody is able to record it. This is sure to make things more complicated for Reese. This scene of Reese converging on the Fisher's Island home was also in the first look. Here, James Reese pulls out a Winkler tomahawk in the rain. He's wearing the same clothes as these scenes in this picture. This time, it doesn't have the date. If I missed anything, make sure to let me know in the comment section below. I worked on this video all day, and I would appreciate it if you would like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next time on Terminal Vengeance.